Hi there, bows and bow ties. It's been a while since I have gone live within my own home. You're gonna have to forgive me because I just had like this sneeze attack. My sinuses are messing up. My nose is starting to turn red, as you can see. My face is starting to look at the bags. I'm like going through it. But I want to get into this. You guys clicked on the thumbnail. I just slapped this together. That's what it looks like. So on this thumbnail, you have two women who are in the forefront. That would be Chloe Bailey and Jess Hilarious, the comedian. And in back, you have T.S. Madison, who I just recently learned who she was. Angelica Ross. Both T.S. and Angelica are both trans women. And then you have Funky Dineva. He is the I guess part of the on-air talent of, I believe it is Fox Soul with Claudia Jordan and the other guy. I can't remember his name. So let me just start off by saying, if you go back in my channel history, I probably should just pull it up. You'll see that I've done videos on Black people and Black culture, like this whole shady drag type thing, and this need to constantly want to cut people down. I'll talk about Schadenfreude, Schadенfraude. I think that's what it is. It's on my channel, and that's when you take delight in somebody's downfall, all kinds of things. But I talk about this dragging culture, this reading culture. Um, it's clear that this community has a lot of issues, and I want to just get into it. I want to talk about how I think I'm looking at my title right now. It says straight, gay, or trans Black men hate Black women, and then I have on there Funky Dineva. Um, if this doesn't apply, get out your feelings. Clearly, this isn't all Black men, but I just find it interesting that we have a group of men, you know, it seems it doesn't matter whether or not you want to be in drag, if you want to be trans, if you're gay, if you're whatever. I didn't put any manosphere people on the thumbnail because I tried not to pay attention to them ever. But you've got straight men who appear to just not like Black women. You've got gay men, and you've got trans women. They're basically men. And so when I look at what I put together for a thumbnail that I did not make sophisticated at all, um, I put two women on the front, and I am choosing to say women. I'm not saying cis women. I'm not saying biological women. These are women. Everybody else is trans or gay, right? Like I call a thing a thing. So recently there has been, and I'll play some audio. I think I've got this audio from, it might have been the Breakfast Club. I'm not sure what, but recently there have been some um, some jabs thrown in the media. Halle Bailey, sister to Chloe Bailey, apparently was out in public, and I guess people have been commenting on her physique, her figure. Apparently, she looks present. Her sister Chloe Bailey chimed in and defended her. Now, let me just say this: um, I'm not like a huge Chloe Bailey fan. I love her voice. I don't like what she's doing right now as far as how she's branding herself in the media. However, I think she has every right to come out and defend her sister. And then you get someone like Funky Dineva. I should have just had a separate picture of him. But if you don't know, Funky Dineva is the one with the gold lip color and the really bad wig. So Funky Dineva decides to get out on a platform and he says this. So I'm going to play this. Okay. I took this from, I think, the Breakfast Club. Just listen to this clip. Wait, hold on. Where am I? Wait, hold on. What am I doing? Let me put up this thumbnail for a second. All right, listen to this. Blue Ivory. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the one that's coming up next. My bad. Okay, let me get myself together. All right, listen. This is the one where he talks about Chloe Bailey.
Can officially say I don't like her. Chloe Bailey is so goddamn lame to me. First of all, girl, you were Miss Preppy Ashley from the suburbs. Then you came out, you was being all promiscuous and shit, and then now you trying to be a gangster. None of it is believable, girl. None of it is believable. And I'm probably gonna catch a lot of backlash for this. And without that makeup, she ain't cute. She should have never showed up on that camera with that fat ass face without no makeup. She ain't cute. You're not believable. You're so goddamn inauthentic. That's why your ain't selling. All right, that's number one. The girl is clearly pregnant. You really wanted to shut down. All you had to do the next day was be like, child, y'all know y'all need to stop playing. Pregnant where?
Okay. So he has already posted some sort of apology. I did not listen to it because I don't really care. So Funky Dineva, I never really was a big fan of him. I tried to subscribe to him, maybe it was like a year or two ago when I was like not knowing what I was doing on YouTube. And I quickly had to unsubscribe because I don't know. I'm not saying that he doesn't ever have any funny points, but he's just not my cup of tea. And I I just don't really care for him. Now, this is the thing. Everyone can have an opinion, right? Like many of us look at what Chloe Bailey is doing right now, and she's a hot mess. But he wanted to go for the jugular. He called her ugly. Now, I tried to go online and see what pictures of her, like to find pictures of her without makeup. I'm like, ugly where? Where is she ugly? Someone explained this to me. This woman is beautiful. I mean, she's a thought in her head, right? But like, I shouldn't say that. I actually I should never even call her that name. I mean, she's out there. She's been claimed by Holly Weird. But I don't understand why he wanted to tear her down. I'm trying to figure out why he wants to call her ugly, to talk about her face. If you don't like her, fine. If you don't like what she's done, fine. But why are you going after her looks? The last time I checked, and I know I shouldn't be returning this the same type of treatment, but I'm like, Funky Dineva is not something that you want to look at. He's not. But see, this isn't the first time he's done something like that. Um, I'm gonna pull up another one here. Hold on. We're gonna pull up this one. When he starts talking about a child, he starts talking about Blue Ivy. Now I want you to listen to this.
Blue Ivy ugly too.
Oh, here she go.
Wide as a scale.
Here she go.
Hold on.
Security.
Hold on.
Security.
Okay, let me fast forward this a little.
Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do that. Catch this. If you sit next to your homegirl and her children ugly, be quiet.
Now he's still
My
talking.
point exactly. Nevertheless, I'm going to give her this.
Let's talk about Blue
one
Ivy.
thing that little girls have that little boys don't ever have the opportunity to do.
Money.
No, little girls always be ugly and look like they daddy till they turn about 12 years old. As soon as puberty kick in, they face do a whole transformation.
Okay, now I picked up that clip from Global Hip Hop, and then I could always like play the apology, right? I don't care. I don't understand why he felt the need to come after Beyonce's child as far as her looks. People are mean. Now, look, I've given my opinion before about protecting her, keeping her out of industry. But to go after somebody's child and their looks, like Funky Dineva does not like black women. We already know we've got regular black dudes in the manosphere who just have a disdain for black women. But we've got gay men who don't like black women. See, he already went after Chloe Bailey. He already went after Blue Ivy. And then also I was looking for the clip. Do you guys remember OG from the Basketball Wives? She has like what I would consider to be typical Afrocentric features, right? Now keep in mind many of us here in the United States, we are um conditioned to value Eurocentric features, right? So I remember the day I was in my car and I had to pick my son up. He was working. He had a permit. He couldn't drive himself yet. And I picked him up. I think it was even raining outside. I don't know why I remember all of this, but I remember he was going in so hard on OG. And he's like, she's ugly. She's ugly. He has a history. He has a history of doing this. I'm not putting alleged. I'm not putting alleged. Okay. Like I said, I found the clip that he was talking about from Chloe Bailey on the Breakfast Club. A lot of people are playing it. I found the clip about Blue Ivy on hip hop or whatever, but I'm sure there's others. And I just didn't even find enough time to find the one on OG. But he said she was ugly. And you got to remember, OG has like typical Afro-centric, African-centric features. So what I'm saying is, if you go back to my title, it says straight, gay, or trans black men hate black women. I'm not. I'm like, this is turning into a situation. We already got the whacked out weirdos from the manosphere who I secretly think either want to be a woman or wish there were no. I don't know. There's something going on there. You got gay men who want to, and I just pulled up Funky Dineva. But see, we even have the trans men. Now, look, let me see. I'm going to share my screen. Um, let's see. Is this someone? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to see. This may not be the right clip. Let me play this.
Real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop?
Jeff the scariest. See, I ain't got too much from Mr. Ed.
Okay, this isn't the right one. Okay, so I need to do a better job of getting myself together. So look, who you saw, that was just hilarious. She was responding to, I had it pulled up on my iPad and I should have transferred it to my computer. Just hilarious was responding to a trans woman, somebody on TikTok, who's basically saying that women don't own periods. We experience them and some other nonsense. And I'm like, women literally own periods. We literally own them. And so people like to split hairs and say, but what about trans men? I'm like, they're women with the title trans men. Only women can have periods. So when she responded to this, Angelica Ross, the I wish I had brought up some other stuff. You see this person sitting in the center here in back of two women who I'm choosing to promote in the forefront. Angelica Ross is the person in the red shirt. This is the trans woman in the back there. Okay. Now, she decides to become unhinged and say things like just hilarious is gonna find a new way to bleed or something along those lines, or maybe women are gonna, these people are crazy. You've got the trans community thinking that it's okay to drag women. I'm like, let me get this right. You want to identify as a woman, but the first thing you do when you get the chance is to bully women in women's spaces. You come into women's spaces, you bring masculine characteristics, right? You're trying to bully women in women's spaces. You're getting mad at women for saying things like, we literally own menstruation. I can't even get the words out. And for the way that trans women are acting in these spaces, it is unbelievable the way they want to go for black women. I'm speaking for the black community right now. And so it hit me today. Like, it doesn't even matter if you're gay, if you're trans, if you're straight. This community is in such disrepair that they are willing, no matter what. The one thing that men have in common, no matter what your sexuality is the disdain for black women. It is clear. That's psycho. And so now we have this culture of, I think that trans women seem to forget that their biggest ally were women. And now that they think that they have currency, social currency, I think that now they're trying to redefine womanhood or They can't define it. Redefine is what are characteristics belonging to women when they never were. They're telling women who were born women what they are and are not. And so then they get into these spaces where they believe that they have currency, and women have allowed them to have currency. Like, Funky Dineva has this great relationship with this reality TV personality. Her name is um Heavenly Kimes or Grimes. And she's not the nicest person anyway. And she clearly also needs to talk to someone because of her behaviors. I've actually stopped watching a lot of these shows now. She's one of these people who is very angry, and I don't think she likes women. I look at the way she talks to women and cuts them down. She cuts them down. So I can see how they would have like this weird trauma bonding type relationship because of whatever they've had going on in their individual pasts. And Funky Dineva, I think he thinks that he has currency with women. And women aren't checking these men enough. So look, I I don't expect people to agree with me on this. I don't like what I'm seeing. What I will say is he felt emboldened to call Chloe Bailey ugly. And this woman is beautiful. You cannot tell me the person is the one in the forefront with the black. This woman is beautiful with or without makeup. Now, she is also a head case in her content, right? She's calling it art or whatever it is, but she's off the chain. But we cannot deny her beauty. And she is talented. I just don't like the direction she's going. It doesn't matter. She has the right to defend her sister. I don't know what would make him think it's okay to get on someone's internet or platform and just tear down another woman, another black woman at that. He wanted to decimate this woman. Well, I don't think she's losing a whole lot of sleep over it because she knows she's really pretty. She's a beautiful woman, and I'm sure there's plenty of people are trying to get her attention. I don't think she's short of suitors, but why? Anyway, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know your both thoughts. Um, I'm so sorry that my energy is low. I wanted to bring up some other things, but I just need to like get myself together. Let me know your both thoughts. All right.